I am going to tell you the 3 top habits that every single entrepreneur needs to be employing this year. Welcome to Social Gravity. My name is Vic, I'm the founder here at Social Gravity, and we are all about helping entrepreneurs create freedom in their life, in their business, and build an empire while they're doing that. So today, we're going to go over the 3 top habits you need to employ. And 2021 so far has been a very much habit-focused year. We're seeing just everybody start the year off with a habit tracker, with these habits ready to go. And we're seeing a lot of movement. And it's actually really inspiring because if you look back, 2020, we had a really rocky year, especially when things started to go wrong. And a lot of people really went in reverse. A lot of people took that time, took that lockdown period, and just got really lazy. But what I'm seeing this year is that people are sick of being lazy. People are sick of sitting at home and doing nothing. They want to get moving. They want to improve themselves. Yeah, sure, they had some fun. They played a lot of Fortnite or a lot of that Modern Warfare game where, it's kind of like Fortnite. But they're over it. We're done with that. And right now, we need to be building our businesses. Right now, we need to be building our wealth because there's so much money being put into the system that there's a lot of opportunity to actually earn that money. So with that being said, the way that we can actually produce more, the way that we can actually live a better life is by employing some discipline on ourselves. Employing some discipline on ourselves. And we just want to explore some new habits. Now, what I'm going to go over, these 3 habits, they're not like groundbreaking. I didn't invent them. But what I want to do is highlight my perspective on them moving into this year because I personally am using these 3 habits very, very strict. So I'm not just saying go and do this and not doing it myself. These are part of my habits for the year that are daily or weekly and are super strict. I am not going to miss a single beat for the entire year. I want to have a perfect year. Let's just put it that way. So the first one, number 1, and I'm going to say this over and over, and if you watch some other videos from last year, during lockdown, I made videos on this. I felt like it was important, but it's meditation. Now, meditation has this weird thing around it where people feel that it's religious. Now, it's totally not. And you can make it spiritual, you can make it religious by adding prayer into it, which personally I do, but that's not the way I'm suggesting you need to do it. Now, meditation is like this tool where you can literally go into your mind and find the things that aren't on the surface. Like we all have these thoughts that are floating on the surface. We experience them in our conscious mind, but our subconscious mind is like this database in the back. We don't really have access to it, but it's there. Meditation allows us to clear the noise of what's happening on the surface and enter our subconscious and really start to figure out and see what are the things that matter to us? What are the things maybe we have to do that we're forgetting? What are some ideas that you don't even know that you have? Meditation allows us to do that. So what I suggest is meditating every day. Now, I've meditated for about 5 years in total. A large portion of that was every day. The past 2.5 years have been every single day strict. Now, how I think you should go about this is getting a journal and meditating with a journal beside you. And just whenever you have an idea, whenever something comes to mind and, it's worth writing down, open your eyes, write it down, and then assess that information later and add it to your to-do list. I have videos on that. I'm going to link a video right here that really goes into that process in depth. But I would say 15 minutes per day is something you need to have. Meditate every day for 15 minutes. And I know you're thinking, Vic, come on, man. Like every day for 15 minutes. Like I don't have time for that, dude. You're wrong. 15 minutes gets sucked like that. Think about the times that you're on Instagram scrolling or you're on TikTok and wow, 20 minutes, 30 minutes just flew by and you could have just acted instead of that boredom being focused into something that is not productive. Take that boredom as a signal that you need to go and release some tension outside of your mind and actually remove that boredom properly, not just giving into dopamine craving. So, meditation every day for 15 minutes is my number one habit that you need to have this year as an entrepreneur. The second that I have for you is weekly exercise minimums. What this means is, personally, I know this doesn't sound like a lot, but personally, I have a minimum of 2 exercises per week. Like I said, that might not sound like a lot, but with a strict lean into it and a busy lifestyle, it actually does take some conscious effort, because the way I see working out is like, I'm going to break a sweat. I need to shower. I need to do it at a time where I'm going to be showering after. Also, it's super cold outside right now. It's winter, and my garage gym that I built, I can't really use it. And the gyms are open, closed, really restricted, really difficult to go to the gym right now. So what I suggest is going to YouTube, literally go to YouTube and look up any circuit, any high intensity interval training session that you can find. If you're a man, just type in men home workout. If you're a woman, type in women home workout. If you're pregnant, don't make an excuse. Pregnancy home workout. Everybody should be employing a minimum exercise amount per week. I think 2 exercises is the minimum that you can employ. That's what I'm doing, just because I do have a problem that I found with commitment in the long term for working out. So that's kind of how I'm handling it. Just stay consistent. Don't focus on being like, oh, you know what, Vic, 2 is just not enough. I think I can do 5 days a week. Like, if you're going in cold, be realistic with yourself. Don't choose your habits out of ego. Don't choose your habits in a place of, hey, like, I want to look cool to people. I want to like come off really badass, like really disciplined, and just be superior of their habits. Like, this is about you and what you're comfortable doing and what you can actually do and sustain for the entire year. Because that's our goal. We don't want to do habits for a week. We want to do habits for the entire year and then reassess and make new habits going into next year. So that's my number 2 habit that you need to employ this year, is setting a minimum amount of workouts at home. Make it super easy on yourself. They can be 20 minutes long. Honestly, my workouts usually 20, 30 minutes max. Watch a couple HIIT videos, high intensity interval training videos. 2 a week from me. Whatever you think you can do, base it off of your history, base it off of where you are right now, fitness level, but set a minimum exercise amount and commit to it. That's number 2. Now, number 3 is maybe kind of the glue that sticks these together. Number 3 is probably the thing that allows you to sustain your habits over the year, for a long time. And that is minimizing your distractions. So what do I mean by that? Specifically, what I mean by that is lessen the amount of notifications that your phone sends you. Look at your phone right now. How many push notifications do you have? See, I have none. I've been sitting here recording this video for almost 10 minutes and I have none. I guarantee if I went into my messenger, my email, my social media, which I don't have installed on my phone, I have notifications waiting for me. I know that I do. I run a business. I have contractors, employees, clients. I have a lot of moving parts, colleagues, and there's a lot of information coming towards me and also coming from me. So notifications are really normal. If you use Snapchat a lot, I mean, Snapchat's like the worst for notifications by far. You need to minimize the amount of notifications that actually pop up on your screen, because if I'm in the middle of a working session, I'm working, I'm grinding, I'm writing a proposal, I'm working on some client stuff, and then boom, an email pops up, some spam email that I probably should unsubscribe from on my email list. I look at it, and just like that, my attention is broken. Now moving forward into my work, I have to now again restart, try to find my flow, try to find my footing. If a notification actually takes me away from my work and I pick up my phone and I start doing stuff on my phone, well, guess what? Now I'm even further away from my work. And getting back into my work is going to have a startup cost. Just like starting a car, you use a ton of energy just to get the car started. That's why sometimes it's just better to leave it on idle when you go into somewhere that, has some safety, or if someone else is in the car. You also have a startup cost or a startup fee mentally for switching modes, and you need to just minimize the distractions because that's a switch that just doesn't have to happen. What happens eventually for most of us is we're going to go and check our phones anyway. So we're going to bounce from app to app anyway. So you don't have to be getting push notifications all the time. I know that in 10 minutes, I'll probably check my phone. I'll probably go into my emails, and that's when I should be presented with these emails. Not on their schedule, but on my schedule, because my focus and the startup fee of getting back into the task that I'm doing is way too high, something that I don't want to sacrifice. So that is my number 3, is lessen the amount of distractions that come from your mobile device. Another way you can do this is something that I just mentioned that I do, and that's just literally remove the social media apps from your phone. And I'm not going to knock social media. I'm not going to say it's terrible for you. I use it. My business uses it. We're a digital marketing agency, so we run ads, we create content, we utilize these platforms and leverage them because they have massive user bases. But you got to really acknowledge that it might not be best for you to have such immediate access to it on your mobile device. And it's okay to go on desktop and be on desktop and be on it. I mean, maybe it's not okay for you personally, but I feel like it's okay for me to be on Facebook on my desktop, because the amount of times I go and check, or the amount I spend scrolling mindlessly on a feed on my desktop, is going to be just a fraction of what I could potentially lose myself in on my mobile device. So that's why on my mobile device, I don't have Instagram. I don't even have Facebook, even though we have tons of ad accounts running on there. I have YouTube sometimes, and I don't have really any other social media apps. And it's because your mind will get addicted just at the act of checking, right? So you might not even have control over that aspect. And trust me, when you get rid of your social media apps, you will have some times in that first week where your mind just scrolls through the apps on your phone, and it's not there. What you're looking for isn't there. And it's because most of us have addictions to these applications. And it's because their applications are built by basically the smartest people that they could pay as much money as they can to stick in a room and be like, all right, people's brains aren't that smart. Hack them, make them want to come to our platform. That's what Silicon Valley is all about, having users on their applications. And you know what? They employ some practices that are not to your best benefit. So that also fits into the category of lessening your distractions. So crucial. So turn off the notifications on your phone. Pay attention to the push notifications that you get. And when you get them, decide in that moment, do I need push notifications from Facebook Messenger? Yeah, I talk to my friends. I talk to my fiance. I talk to, my employees on there sometimes. But do I need to know the moment that I get messaged? Do I have to stop my life in order to message these people back? If I get an email, do I need to stop my life to reply this second, or can I reply in 15 minutes when I check them? Can I reply in an hour when I check all my emails at once? These are the questions you really have to ask yourself, because distractions will, again, cause a startup fee on your attention, eat away at your willpower, at your discipline, at your ability to produce. And we all know production is so important in entrepreneurship. That's what we're all about here at Social Gravity. So if you haven't done it yet, hit the subscribe button, like this video, drop a comment. What is your top number 1 habit that you are trying to employ in 2021? And I'm so thankful that you watched this entire video with me talking about habits. Really grateful for it. Thank you so much for watching. Jump over to socialgravity.ca, hit the free training button. We got a free training that's perfect for you if you are an entrepreneur trying to build a business online and sell online. It's a great resource just for you to check out. Anyway, my name is Vic. This is Social Gravity, and have a great day. Thank you for watching.